Good afternoon, average homesteaders. Today we're going to be planting peas. Now, I could have had these in the ground sooner than this. I probably should have, but the weather it's just been horrible around here, and there's other circumstances that also caused the delay. But it is still early in the year. I live up in a northern climate, so we're good to go. So let's get started. What we got so far is we've got T-posts pounded in the ground right now, and I'm going to string this fencing about 4 inches off the surface of the dirt, and then we'll plant our peas. I'm going to also string some wires across above the fencing, and later on I will extend the T-posts up and string some more wires. Peas can grow at an average of 6 to 8 feet tall. Last year they didn't quite get to 5 foot, so I'm not going to worry about trying to string my peas up to 8 foot. After all, I'd never be able to reach them. So let's get started. Let's string this fence. Attached. I'll go through later on and add a few more zip ties to it, but that's the general idea. You want something for the peas to grab a hold of when they first start growing, and that'll encourage them to vine upwards after that. Pea plants are very, very fragile, and you have to be careful when you weed around them later on after they've grown. You could have a full-grown plant, feet tall, and if you bang it with your weeder, you can just break that thing off in a heartbeat and it's ruined. It's done. Setup just as simple as that can be used for your peas to trellis on and prosper. Okay, now we're finished with the trellising for the peas. I added a couple support poles in there just to shore it up a little more. I felt it could use it. I mean, I'm sure it would have been fine without it, but I have the material here, so I might as well just add it in. Okay, now we're going to plant the peas. You're supposed to plant them a 1/2 inch to 1 inch deep and 3 to 4 inches apart. So I went ahead and dug a trench. To make it easier, I like to do that instead of crawling around, sticking a hole in the ground with your finger or a certain type of tool. There are tools that are made for measuring. I can't remember the name. And that some people are into the craze of making them themselves. They're very simple. It's a piece of wood with lines on it that represents distance, and it gets thicker as the tool goes up. Okay, that is one row of peas planted. They're in the ground. Now all I have to do is cover them up. Now, of course, you could go about planting your peas and then trellising after that. Whatever you want to do, it's a personal preference. It seems like I do it different every year. You still get the end result. There you go, 1 row of peas planted. Not too hard at all. They usually pop up pretty quick. And they have leaves on them. They look kind of like a clover type leaf. You'll know it when you see them. Once they start getting peas on them and the peas are ripe, pick them, and that will encourage the plant to keep on producing more pods. Okay, thank you for coming along.